Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping straight into something huge, project management. Let's face it, trying to keep track of everything, tasks, deadlines, people. It can be, well, a lot.
It really can.
Mm.
And the big change now, I think, is how artificial intelligence is stepping in.
Right.
We're seeing AI become, less theoretical and more of a practical tool. It's actually automating stuff.
Exactly. So that's our focus for this deep dive.
Yeah.
How AI is specifically being used right now to kind of streamline project management.
Yeah, take some of the burden off.
Make it less of a headache for, people listening. Think of it like getting an intelligent assistant.
A co-pilot, maybe.
Yeah, Copilot.
Yeah.
Handling the tedious bits. We've looked at sources covering the whole project lifecycle, seeing where AI pops up.
And it's pretty striking how tangible the impact is in each phase. It's not just future talk.
No, it's actual tools, actual workflows being used now from start to finish.
Absolutely. From the planning right through to the closeout.
Okay, so let's start where projects begin. Planning. This is like the bedrock, right? Where ideas become strategy.
Definitely. Get the planning wrong, and, well, things tend to go sideways later. It's critical.
Our sources really hammer that home.
They do. And what's emerging is AI as this sort of real-time planning partner. Think about those kickoff meetings.
Oh, yeah. Crucial for getting everyone on the same page, but so much information flying around.
Exactly. Trying to capture every decision, every action item. It's tough.
So this is where AI starts making a difference.
Right. You've got tools now like Otter.ai or Fathom that transcribe meetings automatically.
Well, okay.
But they also analyze the transcript, pull out key decisions, action items.
So you don't have to scribble notes like mad.
Pretty much. And that captured info then feeds into the next steps, like creating the scope statement.
Defining what's in, what's out.
Crucial.
Crucial. So instead of starting blank, AI tools, maybe Notion AI, ChatGPT can parse those transcripts.
Parse them. Yeah, read through them, identify the core requirements, and then, boom, generate a first draft of the scope.
Wow. Okay, that's actually really helpful, like a smart assistant drafting it for you.
Exactly. And if you prefer visuals, other tools like Miro AI or Lucidchart AI can take that text and map it out, and AI can even summarize the visual map.
Okay, so AI isn't just recording, it's actively helping structure the plan.
Which leads right into the next bit. The work breakdown structure, the WBS.
Breaking the project down into smaller, manageable pieces.
Precisely. You can use prompts in tools like ChatGPT or Notion AI again, saying, okay, here's the scope, break it down.
And it suggests tasks.
It suggests deliverables and the tasks underneath them. And again, visual tools like Lucidchart AI can draw that hierarchy for you.
And the cool part is the integration, right?
Yeah, that's key. These tools often link up with task management systems, Asana, ClickUp, even Excel with its Copilot feature now.
So the WBS doesn't just sit in a document, it flows right into where the work gets tracked.
Exactly. Makes that transition much smoother.
Okay, so we've got the what about the when? The schedule.
The timeline. Yeah, AI's analytical power is really useful here.
How so?
It looks at that WBS, the tasks, and helps figure out the sequence what has to happen first.
Dependencies.
Right, dependencies. It can suggest how long tasks might take, maybe based on similar past projects.
Okay.
And tools like Smartsheet AI, MS Project with Copilot, Notion AI, they can build out that initial schedule, maybe even flag the critical path.
Hoping you see potential bottlenecks early? That's useful.
Very. And then there are resources people, money.
Always cite, how does AI help estimate those?
Tools are emerging, like Forecast AI or using Excel Copilot, Resource Guru. They can help match people's skills to tasks.
Right.
And generate initial cost estimates based on those assignments and task durations. You can visualize it too, maybe in Power BI dashboards.
So you get an early data-driven look at budget and staffing needs.
It's like AI acts as this super efficient research assistant and drafter for all these core planning documents.
Making the whole process faster and hopefully more accurate.
That's the idea. And it goes further risk planning, for instance.
Finding potential problems before they happen.
Yeah. AI can suggest initial risks based on the project scope or data from old projects.
And suggest ways to handle them.
Suggest responses, yeah. And you can log these in tools like Airtable AI or Notion AI.
Okay. What about communication? Keeping everyone informed.
Even there. Tools like Slack GPT or Notion AI can help map out who needs what info, when, helping you draft that initial comms plan.
And even quality planning. Defining done.
Yep. AI like ChatGPT can help draft acceptance criteria, outline early quality checks. There are even specialized testing tools with AI features.
So it feels like AI is weaving through this whole planning phase like an intelligent layer, checking things.
That's a good way to put it, flagging inconsistencies, suggesting improvements.
And the end result is?
What the sources are calling an AI-enhanced baseline project plan. Basically, a stronger, more data-informed foundation to start from.
Okay, great foundation built. Now time for action. The execution phase. Getting stuff done.
Right, where the plan meets reality. And AI is definitely playing a role here, too, keeping things moving.
What does this AI-powered project management environment look like?
It's often a mix of tools working together. You've got your core task and timeline manager, maybe MS Project with Copilot, ClickUp AI.
Okay, the central planning tool.
Then a hub for data, like Excel with Copilot for analysis. Power Automate often acts as the glue, connecting different apps.
The automation engine.
Yeah, plus communication tools like Teams and a place for documents like SharePoint.
So how does AI automate the actual day-to-day workflows in that setup?
Lots of ways. Think about tasks finishing AI might suggest the next logical step.
Okay.
Meeting intelligence summarizing stand-ups automatically from Teams, highlighting blockers.
Nice. Saves time writing minutes.
Definitely. Integrating test results from quality tools directly into dashboards. Monitoring team health even.
Team health?
Through, like, automated quick surveys. AI can analyze responses, look at workloads, maybe flag if someone seems overloaded.
Huh, interesting.
Plus the basics. Automated task reminders, organizing documents that get shared, generating draft status reports.
So it's really tackling those repetitive admin tasks.
That's a huge part of it. It frees up the PM's time significantly.
Makes sense. And setting up these systems, is AI helping there too?
It can, yeah. Getting MS Project or ClickUp configured initially, AI can offer suggestions. Same for setting up those Power Automate flows, connecting tasks to updates, stand-up notes to SharePoint, bug tracking. AI can guide that.
And that central dashboard in Excel you mentioned.
Copilot can help pull in data from different places, the project plan, timesheets, bug logs, and let you ask questions about it in plain English to get insights.
Show me overdue tasks, or what's our budget burn rate? Like that.
Exactly like that. And about that team health monitoring.
Yeah, tell me more.
You might use Microsoft Forms for quick pulse checks. Power Automate collects the responses, maybe into Excel, and Copilot helps analyze trends or sentiment.
And it could suggest rebalancing work.
It could identify patterns suggesting overload and maybe prompt the PM to look at task distribution. It's about providing data for better decisions.
Like an early warning system for burnout.
Kinda, yeah. And for tracking progress overall, automated reminders via Power Automate help keep things moving, while the dashboard in Excel or Power BI gives that real-time view with Copilot ready to answer questions.
In documentation, meetings, reports.
Meeting notes from Teams can be automatically summarized by Copilot and saved to SharePoint via Power Automate. For status reports, Power Automate can pull data into Word or PowerPoint, and Copilot can help draft the narrative or create slides.
So execution becomes less about manual tracking and reporting and more about dealing with exceptions and leading the team.
That's the goal. Let AI handle the routine, let humans handle the complex problems, and people management.
Okay, so we planned with AI, we're executing with AI's help. What about keeping it all on the rails? Monitoring and controlling.
Yeah, this is crucial. And AI provides what our sources call a continuous intelligence system, not just checking in weekly, but constantly analyzing.
Continuous intelligence, how does that work in practice?
Think about using something like Power BI connected to your project data with Copilot integrated.
Okay.
It can automatically detect anomalies, spending spikes, tasks slipping unexpectedly. It can offer predictive insights. Hey, you might miss this deadline if things continue like this.
Proactive warnings.
Exactly. You can ask it questions in natural language. Why is phase 2 behind schedule? And it can try to connect the dots, maybe pointing to resource constraints or a spike in issues. Root cause analysis, basically.
Like having a data analyst constantly watching your project.
Pretty much. And this applies to managing changes, too.
Ah, scope creep, the classic problem.
Right. So you might use Microsoft Lists for change requests, Power Automate to route them for approval, and Copilot to help assess the impact.
Assess impact.
By looking at the requested change and comparing it against the current plan's schedule impact, cost impact, resource impact, it helps decision makers understand the trade-offs. Then, Power Automate documents the decision.
making change control much more structured and informed.
Hopefully less painful.
Mm.
And risk monitoring gets smarter, too.
How so?
AI, maybe working with an Excel and Copilot, could potentially scan project communications, emails, chat logs, if configured appropriately, looking for keywords or sentiment that might indicate an emerging risk.
Oh, really? Scanning communications.
It's technically feasible with the right permissions and setup, of course, or more simply, analyzing risk registers, suggesting updates, generating automated risk reports, connecting risks to logged issues.
Keeping risks top of mind.
And stakeholder sentiment, we touched on that, but monitoring it continues here, using forms, analyzing meeting notes with Copilot.
To gauge how key people are feeling.
Yeah, and importantly, suggesting actions.
This question.
Exactly. AI in Power BI with Copilot can automate collecting the post-project data needed for benefits realization.
Comparing planned benefits versus actual.
Yes, creating visualizations of that comparison, maybe running predictive analytics on long-term impact, letting stakeholders explore the results interactively, and providing those natural language summaries again.
Clearly demonstrating the project's value or lack thereof.
Right. Holding projects accountable to their business case, even things like contract closure.
Finalizing vendor agreements.
Yeah. AI, perhaps in SharePoint with Copilot, could assist in reviewing contract documents to ensure all terms were met, checklists are complete, and generate closure summaries.
Dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
And that knowledge management piece we touched on, it's formalized here. Tools like OneNote with Copilot could guide structured retrospectives.
Guiding them.
Yeah, prompting the team with specific questions. AI can help automatically categorize the insights, identify root causes more effectively, and tools like SharePoint Syntax can intelligently organize all the final project documents, making them easily searchable later.
Building that organizational memory.
Precisely. So future projects don't repeat the same mistakes.
Okay, anything else in closing?
Just a couple more things. Team recognition AI tools like Viva Insights with Copilot might analyze collaboration data to highlight key contributions.
Data-driven recognition.
Could be part of it. Maybe helping generate personalized thank you notes or slides using PowerPoint Copilot. And finally, transition management.
Handing over the finished product or service.
AI can help structure that, using Microsoft Lists and Power Automate for clear transition plans, checklists, automated notifications, maybe even Power virtual agents to create chatbots that answer common questions during the handover period, and SharePoint Syntax organizing operational docs.
Making the handover smoother for everyone involved.
That's the aim.
Wow. Okay, so looking back across all these phases, planning, execution, monitoring, closing, AI is, it's really embedding itself everywhere.
It really is. And you start to see a pattern, don't you? A lot of the administrative, the data-heavy, the repetitive tasks, AI is increasingly capable of handling them.
Which leads to the big question, what does this mean for the project manager?
Well, it clearly suggests the role is evolving. Less time spent chasing status updates, compiling reports, manually building schedules.
And more time spent on?
More time, hopefully, on the higher level stuff. Strategic thinking, navigating complex stakeholder relationships, problem solving, leading and motivating the team, ensuring the project aligns with the bigger picture.
So managing the AI rather than doing the tasks the AI now does.
Leveraging the AI, understanding its capabilities, guiding it, interpreting its outputs, and focusing human intelligence where it adds the most value. It's about becoming a more strategic leader, really.
Okay, so summing up this whole deep dive then. The main takeaway is that AI is seriously impacting project management. It's not hype anymore.
No, it's practical automation across the board, from planning details right through to lessons learned.
And for our listeners, the potential benefit is huge, right? Less feeling buried in details, more efficiency.
Yeah, freeing up mental bandwidth to focus on what really matters, the strategic goals, the creative solutions, the people involved.
So here's maybe a final thought to leave folks with. If AI can handle more of the routine project tasks, how would you use that extra time and energy? What bigger strategic challenges could you tackle?
And tied to that, in this landscape that's changing so fast, how crucial is it going to be to keep learning, keep adapting, and really embrace these new AI tools to stay effective as a project leader?
Definitely something worth thinking about.